Hey everyone, Scott Cunningham, aka Scottsy Business, and today we're going to be talking about financial freedom and how it is a lifestyle. It's a lifestyle choice. And that sounds a little, it's like, okay, it's just a lifestyle. Anyone could just be financially free. For the most part, it actually comes down to being a lifestyle choice. It is not, based on circumstance and all these different things. I definitely think you can have extreme circumstances that could prevent you, but I don't think that it's this special thing that exists for the most successful people ever, or that, financial freedom is only achievable for really, really wealthy people or people who have some amazing success formula, because that's just a con to get you to buy their course or whatever, right? Financial freedom is a lifestyle. Because there's people who are not financially free who make hundreds of thousands of dollars because they can't afford to support their own lifestyle. There's people who make $50,000 a year. There's people who make $30,000 a year and can support their lifestyle and have money in the bank after to save. And when there's people who have less money in the bank to save because they're spending all of it living a very luxurious lifestyle. So, is it really your income cash flow and all these different things? No, it's the lifestyle you choose to live, which could also be a result of the circumstances that you've set for yourself, right? Like, by no means am I condemning you for if you had a child too early in life to not be able to as well support the child. That is part of your lifestyle. So it's a lot harder to be financially free if you are now supporting someone that you couldn't really afford to. And, that's generally how it goes. I mean, the basic tenets for ensuring you are not, by definition, in poverty is to complete your high school diploma and don't have a child before you're married and also get married. And, I believe those were the three tenets that ensured that you would not be impoverished if you get a job, finish high school, and don't have a kid before you get married, or before like 30 maybe, or like 25. I can't remember the exact age, but it's generally like get your life set up and ready to go where you were very, grounded in with your finances and with your living situation and all the rest of it before you really get into, bringing another life into this world and trying to take care of that life. Like I said, there's circumstances where things happen and there's chance and all the rest of it that is completely out of people's control. I'm not condemning any of that by any means. What I am talking about is for what is in your control generally will dictate your financial situation, right? So me, in order to get to where I've gotten, I've made adjustments in many different places. So originally, when I had very little money and I'm in debt for university and I'm working, I was just eating like really, really cheap, not that great food. And I was just powering through it. And I was just like, whatever, put my head down, work, do what I need to do. I also decided that based on the work that I was pursuing, I could sacrifice the luxury and leisure of having a car. And that, amongst many other sacrifices I've made, I've been able, and then able to position myself in for success. And I've gotten to the point where I am more or less financially free in that I'm able to do what I want with my time. That everyone has a different definition of financial freedom, right? I mean, for some people it is $2,000 a month of passive income and they're basically financially free. Like, you don't need a whole lot more than that. Maybe 3,000, but the point here being that for me, it's more about, can I pay my bills? Can I have some luxuries and leisures? And then can I spend the majority of my time doing what I want to do? For me, that's what financial freedom is. And that's what I'm doing right now. So I feel financially free. The point is, though, financial freedom is a lifestyle. Say I have been driving a car and paying for a lease on a really expensive car because I wanted to impress people with the car that I had and yada yada. I would have a hell of a lot less money. So again, it comes back to the lifestyle that I want to live. What are you willing to sacrifice? What are you willing to give up? How serious are you with your finances? Because most people don't look at their finances, don't look at what they've been spending. They don't do any of this until their taxes come up, and it usually goes to like their parents or someone else, and they still don't really know what they've been spending and what they've been doing. Every month, I track my expenses, how much I brought in. I can see exactly where I would go broke or where this would happen because I have all of my expenses tracked out and I know exactly what's happening. And then I'm able to decide, okay, if I want to, drink on the weekends with my friends, how much money is that going to cost? Can I still do that and be more or less financially free to do all the other things that I still want to do? Can I do this? Can I do this? And I navigate based on that. I'm not telling you that you shouldn't enjoy luxury, leisure, vacations, whatever. I'm telling you that your financial freedom and your ability to do whatever you want is going to come down to that. So if you're okay, well, see here, this is my philosophy, right? You don't need to take a vacation from work if you enjoy the work, but you might need to take a vacation from work if you really hate it and you just need to get away. Thus, you save up all this money and from that shitty job that you don't like, and then you go on the vacation to get away, but then it only lasts a week and you're back doing the same thing that you don't like. So how beneficial is it to take those vacations? Not very. If all that money went to, getting yourself, set up to do your business or whatever thing you're trying to do, maybe set aside some money for your side hustle so that you can get it going or whatever it might be, to get out of that loop of, hating your job and then spending all of your time outside of your job to distract yourself from how much you actually hate the job, and then you don't have any money. The point is that your financial freedom and your lifestyle are intertwined. Not only are they, dependent, but they're intertwined. They will work off of each other. That's why I've only ever gone on vacation, like really, in my adult life one time. And I regretted it because I just looked back on it saying, I wish I had that money to invest in something instead. And I really don't plan on ever taking another vacation until I, have so much capacity to be able to, right? I really just don't plan on taking any vacations. I don't plan on getting a car unless autonomous vehicles are out and then I can Uber the car, because I'm not buying into liabilities. I'm only buying into assets. But again, it all comes down to your lifestyle. And I'm not telling you this is like, I'm so experienced or I'm a financial advisor or I know better. I'm just sharing the life that I live. I know this is true because this is what I'm doing. And I know that it comes down to your lifestyle because almost anyone, again, aside from extreme circumstance, can alter their lifestyle as needed to be able to achieve this. And I explained this a little bit in my last video where it's like, okay, you need a car for work. What stops you from moving closer to work and then selling your car? Nothing. You just don't want to, or you actually really like the car for some other reason and that's your excuse as to why you need it. 90% of what people tell you they need is just something that they want and like to have. I mean, I don't need a glass water bottle. I prefer to have a glass water bottle because it's better when you have plastic, obviously BPA, etc. But I don't need that. That is a want that I fulfilled because it's part of my value set that I think it's good to not have BPA in my water, etc., etc. It's the lifestyle that I'm choosing, right? Like I try to eat healthy, and I know that that's more expensive generally, but I'm okay with that because it's a long-term investment. Obviously, your health is a long-term investment. I'm not losing money to do that, right? But if you buy a chocolate bar, that is just lost money, right? There's no benefit. You're not investing in anything. It is just lost money. So it all comes down to your lifestyle. Partially, your values and the things that you believe in. That all has some effect, as well as, obviously, again, extreme circumstance. If you're living on the street, like, I'm not saying that it's just based on your lifestyle, of course, but for the average person, it really does come down to the lifestyle that you're living. And it's not about, oh, you need to save this, or you need to stop drinking coffee, or whatever it might be. It's more about, what are you really spending on, and do you need to, and is there a way to do something better, right? Like, oh, if you don't go on vacation this year, you put that money aside, and that starts making you passive income. And in 5 years from doing that, you're able to, start making enough passive income to maybe work part-time and then start pursuing the job that you want, or whatever it might be. And I'm not saying it's going to take 10 years, but I'm just saying, whatever situation you're in, there's a way to slowly alter your lifestyle to get to the point where you are basically financially free, or at least free to do the things that you want to pursue. And I think that is really, really important. And again, tell me if this is anecdotal, but it's really going to come down to, if you think the reason that you're stuck in the lifestyle that you live is all external, then there's no way out of it if you blame it on everything but yourself. How can you take charge, and how can you control that if you've given all the responsibility to everything but yourself? You can't fix it, and you can't and you're not going to deal with the blame. And that's fine, but you're not going to improve it either, right? So it's, do you want to fix it? And what are you willing to sacrifice to do that? Because there's no way you're going to get this without sacrifice. Absolutely no way. You just got to know what you're willing to sacrifice, and what do you need to get you through. Not necessarily need, what will help you. What do you want that will help you get through, and what could you sacrifice? And there's obviously a balance, right? Like, what do you want that will give you enough motivation to get through, while being able to sacrifice and cut things in other areas, so that you are able to help get your financial situation back on track. Again, I am not a financial advisor. The point here is that, and again, I always say this, I am not a raging success, but I'm doing what I want to do, and I am able to do that. And most people can't say that. And it breaks my heart, and that's why I make videos, because I want to show people that, even if you look at me and you don't think this guy's a raging success, but I'm able to do the things that I want every day. What's more important to you? I mean, you might think that money is more important, but I can tell you, giving up all these things seemed hard at first, but now I just look back and I say, yeah, that it's whatever. This is just the life I live. Some people be like, oh, do you not have a license or something? Why don't you drive? I say, no, I was an amazing driver. I drove all the time. I have my full license, everything's fine. But I purposely make these sacrifices because it's better for my long-term, my life, my long-term financial plan and strategy that I have that's playing out. Let me know what you guys think about this. I know it might not rub the right way for a lot of people who really like their cars and all these fun luxuries that they have. And, I need my pet that I can barely afford. And I need, this really expensive car. And I need. Do you need? If you're totally satisfied with your situation, then it's fine. But if you're not, then maybe you have to reevaluate what you really need and what you just want. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. If you saw this video and you waited and you watched all the way to the end, make sure to go and comment #1 ham hashtag number one ham in the comments below, trying to create an identity for my audience. Let me know what you guys think about that. And yeah, always good to jump on here and rant a little bit. Let me know what you guys think about this in the comments below. I'm Scott Cunningham, aka Scotty Business, signing off. Cheers.